Today, let's create a capsule wardrobe example for the Flamboyant Gamine body type with a dark autumn color palette. One of the most common frustrations I hear from petite women, especially gamines, is feeling like their style always ends up looking a little too cute, too sweet, or even childish. But gamine style doesn't have to feel childish at all. When done well, it can actually look bold, playful, and even a bit sensual. So in this capsule, I want to show you how you can embrace the contrast, sharpness, and personality of the Flamboyant Gamine body type while still creating a wardrobe that actually feels like you. Now, before we start building the capsule, I want to touch on my personal philosophy when it comes to Kibi body types and other popular style systems. Systems like body types and color analysis can be incredibly helpful, but they can also feel restrictive if we start to treat them like rigid rules. The goal of this series is not to create the perfect capsule wardrobe for a particular body type. Instead, I want to show you a collection of items, ideas, and styling elements that could help you understand how these systems might work in real life. This capsule, like most on my channel, was built for a real client of mine. So considerations were made not only for body type and color type, but also climate, lifestyle, and personal preferences. So there might be a few slightly unexpected items in this capsule, and I'll talk you through exactly why I chose each one. No two capsules are the same, and that's the beauty of personal style. To build this capsule, we're going to look at three things: the Flamboyant Gamine body type, the dark autumn color palette, and this client's personal style direction, which she defined as refined, mystical, and alluring. The Flamboyant Gamine body type is defined by compact proportions, yin-yang contrast, and the combination of narrowness and short stature. This means that broken silhouettes, cropped lengths, asymmetry, and pieces with strong visual interest tend to work very well. At the same time, the dark autumn color palette gives us a rich range of warm, deep, and muted colors, like dark brown, maroon, rust, warm taupe, butter yellow, olive, black, and soft navy. When these two systems come together, we can build outfits that feel bold and expressive, yet grounded. And when we layer in this client's style direction, refined, mystical, and alluring, we start to see how these pieces can come together to create something that feels really distinctive. Speaking of style direction, I always break down my client's style words into additional adjectives, styling elements, or other related terms that can help us get on the same page about what each of these words means to them. Refined is structured, minimal, sculpted, balanced, and intentional. Alluring is sleek, fitted, sensual, or bare. And mystical is sheer, textured, asymmetric, dimensional, and deep. The goal of this capsule is to show what happens when body architecture, color harmony, and style direction all work together. So here are the pieces that we chose for this refined, mystical, and alluring capsule for the Flamboyant Gamine body type. Starting with tops, this black mock neck cap sleeve top is a perfect Flamboyant Gamine staple. The high neckline and sculpted shape echo the sharp, structured lines that suit this body type so well. The fitted silhouette also keeps everything visually crisp instead of overwhelming a petite frame. Next, this printed mesh tee introduces a bit of artsy intrigue. The sheer texture and graphic print add visual interest and dimension. It gives that slightly mysterious editorial energy that aligns beautifully with the client's mystical style direction. This rust ruche tee brings warmth into the capsule. That deep copper tone fits perfectly within a dark autumn palette, while the ruching adds shape so the top doesn't feel too basic or flat. Then we have this asymmetric high neck top, which is a great example of an elevated basic. The asymmetry creates a strong diagonal line, which breaks up the silhouette and creates a unique point of interest. This kind of sharp architectural detail is perfect for the Flamboyant Gamine body type. Next is this slim white shirt, which adds a clean, tailored element to the capsule. Button-downs can easily overwhelm petite frames if they're oversized, so choose one that's a bit more fitted and streamlined. A cropped vest adds another structured layer that works beautifully for gamine proportions. The cropped cut breaks up the vertical line, and layering it over shirts creates that playful, high-contrast styling that gamines tend to wear especially well. Then we have this sheer ruffle top, which leans more into the client's mystical and alluring side. The sheerness adds softness and intrigue, and the asymmetry allows for a bit of length and drama without overwhelming the Flamboyant Gamine frame. Finally, this peplum leather shirt is one of the more unexpected pieces in the capsule. The faux leather adds texture and modernity, while the peplum shape creates a sculptural silhouette that feels sharp yet feminine. Moving on to bottoms, this mesh detail mini skirt is a fun and edgy gamine piece. The shorter length keeps the proportions balanced on a petite frame, while the sheer detailing adds texture and intrigue. Next, this checked asymmetric skirt, which introduces a bit of pattern into the capsule. The asymmetry keeps the silhouette from feeling too classic, while the plaid pattern references that slightly grungy 90s aesthetic that this capsule draws on. Then we have these skirt overlay trousers, which are one of the most playful pieces in the capsule. Layered silhouettes like this create the broken staccato lines that Flamboyant Gamines wear so well, and it adds visual interest while still being relatively minimal and versatile. These black capri trousers are another great Flamboyant Gamine staple. The cropped length creates that broken line while maintaining a sharp silhouette. They add a feminine element when paired with casual tops or even slightly oversized outerwear, creating balance for the Flamboyant Gamine frame. They also allow for tons of fun and creative shoe pairings as well. Finally, these low-rise straight-leg jeans bring a more casual option into the capsule. For outerwear, this contrast collared jacket adds instant structure. The sharp tailoring and cropped length support the Flamboyant Gamine proportions, while the contrast collar introduces a bit of visual interest and feels cohesive with the darker neutrals of our dark autumn palette. Next, this burgundy bomber jacket, which brings warmth and texture to the capsule. The deep burgundy fits beautifully within our palette, and it's intended to be a bit oversized, bringing a touch of contrast against the typical Flamboyant Gamine lines. However, I do recommend to size down to avoid feeling overwhelmed. We want just enough volume to play with proportions. Finally, this cropped boxy blazer adds a more refined option that's still infused with personality. Blazers can sometimes feel heavy or awkward on Gamine frames unless they're cropped or fitted, which keeps the silhouette balanced and intentional. Moving on to shoes, these Mary Jane tabbies add a playful but slightly avant-garde element. They echo the Gamine mix of quirky and refined while keeping the overall look feeling sleek. These lace-up pointy boots bring a sharper edge to the capsule. The pointed toe and slim shape complement the client's narrow lines, while the lace-up detail adds a bit of intrigue. Finally, these strappy-heeled sandals introduce a lighter option. They add a bit of elegance and allow some outfits to feel more elevated without losing the playful character of the capsule. For bags, we chose two options. This maroon shoulder bag works almost like a neutral within the dark autumn palette. Then this fluffy Merlot clutch adds a slightly dramatic moment for evenings or social outings. The texture feels playful and a little mysterious, which fits beautifully with the client's mystical style direction. Finally, the accessories help reinforce the personality of the capsule. These striped socks add that classic Gamine touch of playful contrast. The burgundy fingerless gloves introduce texture and a slightly edgy vibe. And for jewelry, we chose pearl-embellished studs and chunky huggy hoops, which balance softness with a bit of boldness. And these slim oval sunglasses finish the look with a sleek, slightly mysterious feel. The final capsule includes 10 tops, 5 bottoms, 3 outerwear pieces, 3 pairs of shoes, 2 bags, and 6 accessories for 29 items that can create over 70 interchangeable outfits. Throughout this capsule, you'll see 3 main styling themes repeated again and again. Cropped plus asymmetric. Short, sharp silhouettes meet unexpected angles. Crop jackets, capri trousers, and mini skirts create punchy proportions, while asymmetric cuts keep the look dynamic. Sheer plus structured. Sheer mesh, airy fabrics, ruching, ruffles, and cutouts add softness and movement, while structured jackets and tailored trousers keep the outfits grounded. Sweet but subversive. Academic elements mixed with darker, moodier styling. Playful pieces like Mary Jane's, socks with heels, and plaid skirts feel sweet at first glance, but dark colors, leather, and sharp shapes give them an edgy twist. Nothing here is accidental. Every piece was chosen to support her lines, her colors, and her real lifestyle. The pieces are playful and distinctive, but still mix and match easily. The result is a wardrobe that feels expressive and dynamic without falling into that overly cute territory that many petite women struggle with. The goal isn't to make your style feel more serious or mature. The goal is to create outfits that reflect your natural lines while still expressing your personality. When each piece is chosen intentionally, big style is totally attainable within a small capsule wardrobe. If you're a flamboyant gamine yourself, I hope this capsule gave you some inspiration for how you might approach your own wardrobe. You don't need to follow every Kibbe recommendation perfectly. Instead, think about how you can incorporate some of these styling ideas, like cropped proportions, strong visual contrast, and pieces with a little bit more personality. If you're not sure what your body type or color type might be, I do offer body type and color analysis services, where I help clients understand their body type, determine their seasonal color palette, and identify which kinds of silhouettes and colors tend to work best for them. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to learn more. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please give it a like and subscribe for more personal style and capsule wardrobe videos. And if you're curious about how these ideas might change for other body types, I've created capsule wardrobe examples for all 10 body types, each exploring a different style direction. You can watch the full capsule wardrobe series right here.